This meeting is being recorded.
Hello, everyone. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. Join us on camera if you're able. Wonderful. Welcome.
Hi, y'all.
Hello.
Hello.
And
Hey, hi everyone.
Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome. We're going to continue our conversation on the nature of temporary satisfaction. Today, we're going to be speaking about wealth. So get your notepads ready. If anybody's new, the hand raising feature is on the bottom of your screen under the tab called Reactions. Open your chat. Hi, Eric and Jillian. Welcome.
Hi, everyone.
Hey there.
We've had
Been a long, interesting day, culminating from 2 days where in the Midwest, you might see there are tornado warnings and storm warnings and tornadoes have touched down and internet has come and gone. And we are now at our brother and sister-in-law's house because well, let's just say IG Live today, I was able to do Solomon, we were able to do it on a telephone, but that wasn't going to work for here. So today's topic is on the nature of temporary satisfaction.
Yeah.
Are you temporarily satisfied with our setup here for today?
honestly, it's the continuation of this theme. And hopefully those of you who were with us last week kind of got dipped into this vast paradox, this idea of temporary satisfaction. And we hope you had a chance to explore the questions. Part of this month's theme is that we're going to be exceedingly interactive about it. We're going to do a little bit more exploring together.
But first, we're going to explore a part. I'm coming right back.
So we're going, I'm not sure.
You just keep talking. We're perfect.
Okay. Well, we're going to wait because part of this is also we're sharing with YouTubers and everything. So let's
Oh,
get.
we're back with the YouTubers.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
was my 60-second vacation. Hardly had time to finish my cocktail.
Okay. So we hope you had a chance to kind of investigate a little bit around last week's theme, as it was a way to kind of commence this conversation. We began with health because it is such a trigger sort of paradox. Is there such a thing really as temporary satisfaction? When do we feel satisfied? Is relief temporary satisfaction? Have we learned to become so satisfied with very little reception that just a little relief takes us into satisfaction? And then we wanted you all to look at how you define health. And part of that particular question, in a way, leads us beautifully into today around the nature of temporary satisfaction and wealth. And as with everything in the reconnective healing experience, it's not a linear. We're not specifically saying money. Okay, we're looking at wealth in a very expansive way today. So I know Eric wanted to kind of open with a little bit of a story.
Can I have that?
There's nothing there.
Okay, I need something. I do. Excuse me. I do. Let me see where I wanted to start with this. You know, money comes and goes and comes and goes and comes and comes and goes again and comes again. But money, even if it sustains itself by itself, because of itself, it's temporary satisfaction. There's always the ongoing search for more money, and thinking that money will satisfy the craving. And therefore, we consider the craving to be more and more money. And money doesn't satisfy the craving, because money is not what the actual search is about. It's not what the actual craving is about. The search for wealth in and of itself is an empty goal. Wealth means, let's say wealth is a means for something. Wealth is a means for something. It's not a goal in itself, although it often appears to be. The drive for wealth is really likely our self-imposed distraction. Again, the drive for wealth is really likely our self-imposed distraction from choosing to discover, or having to discover and embrace, what our own purpose is. And in the distraction from finding or recognizing our purpose, instead of actively pursuing that purpose, we've ended up taking what some might say the easy way out, although it's really not all that easy. It's not all that easy if your focus is basically on wealth, money. Secondly, it's not all that easy because there's no inner drive of mission or purpose. There's no purpose to make money. Money, wealth, prosperity is wonderful as the result of something, but not as the goal itself. It doesn't allow us, when that's our goal, to be in purpose, to be in mission, to be in our inner drive, to be in meaning for ourselves. So when it is the byproduct of what makes our heart sing, our knowingness, our beingness, our mission, it's perfect. But when it becomes the mission itself, it's empty. So the compelling excitement of living our truth, the joy and satisfaction of pursuing our truth in being, that really makes all the difference in the world. So let me give you an example of how I sort of discovered that. I didn't know what I wanted to be in my life, and school gave me options, and none of the options fit me. And finally, I talked to a chiropractor who talked about freeing the intelligence of the body, the innate intelligence in the body, which is an extension of the universal intelligence that's in each of us, and getting out of the way and allowing the power that made the body to heal itself. I thought that sounds cool. I'm going to do that. And that will give me also a career, so I can buy a house and a car and take care of a family and do all those wonderful things. So what happened was this. I went into school with that understanding. Remove the interference, get out of the way, let the power that made the body heal the body. And I had mission, I had purpose. That was it. But school, let's just say the people involved in running the school and teaching the school didn't have that same mission or purpose. They were driven by a goal of getting accredited, and being accredited meant to be accredited by a medical board of types. And so they brought in teachers from other universities who didn't have an understanding what the philosophy of chiropractic was. And they ended up buying into the concept of, where's the cash, where's the money to keep the school going? And I can't entirely fault them for that. Things like that happen. And so we were taught a concept that you've heard us discuss in different ways in relationship with reconnective healing. We were taught symptom treatment, therapy and care. We were talking if someone came in and their knee hurt, here's the way you'd use the ultrasound. And if someone had tendon problems, here's what you would do. And if someone had pain over there, here's what you would do. And all what to do with the symptoms and the pains they went in. And then somewhere along the lines, kind of had the principle of what chiropractic was always about kind of washed out of us by, of all people, the school system. And so I graduated and became a chiropractor, successful by the school system. Passed the boards. My patients came in and they did not leave my office until they felt better, and they were damn well going to feel better. And I pushed and I pulled and I prodded and I massaged and I ultrasounded and I electrostimmed and I did everything else. And sometimes they might have been in my office for an hour or longer. And next visit the same, and next visit the same. And my focus shifted on making money. My focus shifted on to making money. It wasn't a big shift because there wasn't any heart or soul in getting rid of pain. I mean, it's nice. The concept is alleviating people's pains. It's pretty. Just don't look beneath the surface of what that means, because it stops the communication with the body, and the body's trying to heal itself. And the pain is the symptoms saying, I need healing over here. And we shut off the symptoms and the pain, and they feel better. And we think we all did a great job, and they're happy and you're happy, and money in your bank account. But we cut the telephone line from the body saying, help me, help me, help me. All the body heard was, so it stopped doing the healing process. And about 9 years into that, someone said, hey, you want to go to this interesting, inspirational weekend about what was called straight, philosophic, or principled chiropractic? Because it was the principles of chiropractic, what it was about. And I said, oh, aren't those crazies who pop and pray? They pop a bone and they pray that there's a healing, and they don't pay any attention to diagnosing the symptoms and this and that. I don't want to go to those crazy people. And my friend kept saying, I think you'll enjoy it. I think you'll enjoy it. Let's go. And I went. And something, to use an analogy we talked about a couple of weeks ago, rang within me like a bell of truth. It was just truth. I can't explain it. I can't what made sense about it. I can't explain it. And who cares when something resonates within you as truth? It is truth.
It's
And it
wealth.
doesn't matter, right? It's wealth on a different level. It doesn't matter whether anyone else can understand it. It doesn't matter whether they come up with arguments against it. It doesn't even matter if you can logically debate the arguments. When you know something, you know it, and that's all that matters. And I shifted my practice, and I took all my physical therapy equipment and everything else. I put it in a room. I let it accrue under, a couple of inches of dust over the months, over a couple of years. And the healings started happening. I allowed my attention, my awareness to be in the focus of the oneness and the unity of who we are. The healings started happening. My practice expanded and grew because everyone senses when you are in your purpose, your mission, and when that truth resonates as a part of who they are and their essence. And they came, and it was wonderful. And I stopped even taking insurance. I let them pay cash. I gave them special, all those things. Wonderful. Still fair financial exchange, probably a better exchange for them, because in paying out of their pocket, I wasn't taking their insurance. It didn't feel like free anymore, free/valueless. They found the value and they received it. So now I'm in purpose, and there's wealth again. So there was money coming in, then there wasn't money coming in, then there was money coming in. But this time I wasn't focused on that. I was focused on the excitement of the healings. And as I held my presence, my consciousness evolved further. Was when Reconnective Healing showed up. But before it showed up, I was doing so many things in my focus of wealth and prosperity. I remember one time I decided to fill a position in a doctor's office that was maybe about 45 minutes away from me on a couple of nights. I go, oh, I can make some extra money there, because I was still focused on symptom treatment. And they wanted another symptom treating chiropractor who didn't know what chiropractic was about to be there. And I was good at it. But I don't know how to explain this, and it's going to sound just so shallow on the outside. It will definitely look that way. One day, I was at my office and I realized that I had stopped going to that other job. What do I mean by that? It means I didn't call, I didn't resign, I didn't decide not to go in my conscious, educated mind. One day I realized, hey, I haven't been there. What must they think of me? But I didn't even remember where they were, and it really didn't matter. It went so against me to be focusing on symptoms. I didn't know that it went against me. It seemed like the thing to do. It's what we're all taught to do, that I just stopped showing up. My own office, I knew where that was. I continued going. But you know,
Temporary satisfaction just
temporary
wasn't doing it for you.
satisfaction, right, of wealth. I was bringing in money. And so when I started doing, well, when we started with Reconnective Healing, even before it had a name, as some of you know, I was flying out places and they were saying, why do you want to fly all this way? We're not going to pay you enough to even make your plane tickets. I said, because I need to share this information. Well, there's no reason we can get someone else because, you know, who can talk about healing or fill in another time slot because you won't make your money. I said, if you don't want me to come, tell me not to come, but don't base it on whether or not I'll make money because that doesn't matter. And they said, no, that's all right. You can come view it. So yeah, my income went down, down, down again for quite a while, but I had to be there and be who I was. That never changes. That is not temporary satisfaction. That is what I was here for. I believe when we find that that is what we are here for. And in standing in that, instead of focusing on and being in the fear of numbers dropping in my bank account, which they did, they went way below the negative. I can't even tell you how much. I stayed present. And it's just like learning to swim. At first, you do what you're there to do and you sink, but you continue and you rise. So the nature of temporary satisfaction related to wealth can affect us in many ways. And if we continue striving for the wealth, well, I don't know whether we'll find the satisfaction of the being in the essence of who we are, recognizing that there really is a purpose, there really is a mission, and no one can tell you what yours is, but no one can tell you what yours isn't.
That's a beautiful and important sharing, especially the part where, you know, you just remembered one day that you hadn't showed up.
Oh, it was such an awful feeling.
Thank you, Harry, for laughing along with me. That was good. I wanted to make sure I wasn't being disrespectful in any way. I do want to say hello. We've got a little note from Leela Isaac from Dubai. She's in with our YouTubers hanging out with us today. And
Hey,
we
Leela Isaac.
remember you. Thank you so much. It's gorgeous to have you catch up with us. And as always, if you're just peeking in through YouTube, you can join us for the remainder of this conversation. And all conversations, just click the link below and join us in the RLC. The first month is free. We'll see you soon. Okay, so Eric raises really the epicenter of our question today, which is, in a way, how does wealth affect, let's even say, life satisfaction? And as I was sort of tooling around, I came across, it was a study that was done a few years ago. It was done at the end of 2018, beginning of 2019, and it had a very wide data set from a Gallup world poll. So it was a world polling done through Purdue University. And they were looking at, again, a world Gallup poll. What was the ideal income point? The ideal income point for an individual. And it was an interesting finding. At that time, for individuals, to have life satisfaction. And that's how they looked at this poll. $95,000.
Hey there, family. Dr. Eric and Jillian here.
Welcome, everyone.
And we're very excited about Reconnective Life, our first online global community. This is the most exciting way we've been able to get together since I founded the Reconnection. It'll be a place where we can do things together. We'll move into breakout rooms at times when that's appropriate. We'll have energy interactions and meditations and exercises. In other words, expect things you haven't seen before.
You are so charged.
Things we
He is so lit about every new way we get to be together every day. Just be together. Let us just speak a little bit about what is going to be the shape of this community.
In this community, we can share and discover more. Here we can talk to each other, we can chat, we can learn from and about one another. Jillian, me, our life leaders, and you will be in daily conversation with you. Weekly, we will have Facebook Lives.
We will be with you every Wednesday. Sometimes it'll be just Eric. On occasion, it might just be me. Sometimes it'll be the two of us. It's all about giving you a way to look at the week living in the frequencies.
And in every fourth week, we will include a live Q&A so we can talk about things that have been coming up for us, discuss back and forth, share, grow, expand together.
And the ever-growing library of content that has been created over 20 years that will be on demand for you. It will be on-demand content for you to view, enjoy, share again with your inner circle.
And monthly, we are going to have live Zoom retreats. We're going to bring in some exercises and experiences and things that previously we've reserved for our physical retreats, you know, when we were in the different location resorts and things. And we're modifying them so that we can work with these with you in your home, in your living room, in your den. Put into the chat line, what is facility? We're having these weekly Zoom in-depth Q&As.
Finally, we have a place and space to just define what does that really mean living in the frequencies.
This is something that is in all of us.
Everyone can do this.
It doesn't matter how many levels you've gone through or how well you know the programs. It's a community that allows us to recognize how interrelated we all are as receivers of energy, light, and information.
See you there.
Reconnective Life, living in the frequencies every day.